The hard sell doesn't fly in Japan. We need to be smarter than that. Asking questions, offering a soft close makes it easier for the sale to progress. Find out how in today's show. Welcome back to Year 5 of the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, which we release every Monday. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, Dale Carnegie Tokyo franchise owner, master trainer, president of Dale Carnegie Training Tokyo, Japan, and 3-time best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery. My new book is Zaegyo, and it's the translation of Japan Sales Mastery. We are bringing this show to you from our High Performance Center in Akasaka in Minato-ku, the business center of Tokyo. Why the cutting edge? We want to be here to win in business in Tokyo, in Japan. Let's all be at the forefront, at the cutting edge of how to flourish here in this market. This is episode number 251, Close That Sale. Soredewa ikimashou. So let's get going. You would think that asking for the order would be the simplest thing in a sales job. Not the case here in Japan. Surprisingly, a lot of salespeople here in Japan never ask directly for the order. They get to the point where they should ask, but they choose not to. One of the reasons is they fear rejection, getting a no. Their job of sales is an emotional roller coaster all of the time. So preserving your self-esteem and self-belief is critical. There's nothing like getting rejected in selling to knock your ego around. Japanese salespeople have found a way to avoid that regretful eventuality by not actually asking for the business. It's left vague, sort of hanging there. They usually lack skills in selling, so the steps which they should have completed in a professional manner haven't been done. So in fact, they have no right to ask for the order. If you've built the trust, have asked well-designed questions to fully understand the client's needs, presented the correct solution, dealt with any hesitations or objections, then you can confidently ask for the order. The way of asking doesn't have to be aggressive or hard sell. Actually, that won't work in Japan. So let's forget about that idea. We can simply ask, shall we go ahead? Or we might offer an alternative choice, such as, would you like to start in September or would October be better? The selection of either of those months means that you are accepting the business and will go ahead with the deal. Another soft variation that works well in Japan is using a minor point. We can ask, shall I send you a hard copy of the invoice or is an electronic copy okay? Either answer means yes, and we have an agreement. Most often in Japan, the answer is, we need to discuss it, or we need to think about it. In American sales training, they have a harder edge and go after that statement. What do you need to think about? Or how long will you take? That type of pushy sales technique just won't work in Japan. Here, they do have to think about it, and they do have to discuss it. The person you are talking to is usually not the final or sole decision maker. They have the Ringi Seido system here, where all of the stakeholders have to attach their chop or their personal seal to the recommendation to show they have been informed and that they agree. That means there is a lot of consultation required internally, so it is hard to make any commitments to the salesperson immediately. No manner of bullying the buyer is going to change that situation. Find out more when we come back from the break. If you want to become a fully competent and confident presenter, then do the High Impact Presentations course. We are all being judged when we speak, be it in the internal team meeting or in a public environment, be it the big bosses, clients, or an industry audience. Everyone is evaluating us. don't blow it. Get the best training on the planet. Do the high impact presentations course now in either Japanese or English. Are you doing business with Japan? Do you really know how things work? Japan Business Mastery provides the answers. Do you have the right networks and know how to create them? Do you know how to get on the same wavelength with Japanese buyers? Do you know what being trustworthy looks like from the Japanese perspective? Japan Business Mastery is based on more than 30 years' experience in Japan and will become your go-to guide. Want to succeed in Japan? Buy Japan Business Mastery now. Welcome back. We have to be thinking, how can we help our champions sell the idea to the other colleagues? We have to provide the arguments and show the value to make their persuasion job easier. Also, we need to find out who are the primary people who need convincing inside the company. And we need to find out what issues might be important to them. Knowing this, we can help our champion address any potential pushback that might occur behind the closed doors of the client company on our behalf. We need to ask for the order to flush out any objections we may not have dealt with well enough in the earlier part of the sales cycle. Maybe we didn't do a good enough job designing questions to fully understand the needs of the buyer. Maybe our solution wasn't a good enough match for what they needed. Perhaps we didn't handle the objections which arose well enough. Sometimes the objections we were told were just a smokescreen, and the real objections haven't emerged yet. We need to get these out in order to deal with them. If we don't ask for the order, we won't get the business, and we won't get to find out why we are not getting the business. If they do bring up an issue, don't fight it. Say, yes, I see. And why is that a problem for you? Any answer, you start with words like no, but, or however, we're guaranteed to have the buyer stop listening to you and go into combat mode to argue with you. We need to ask them why this is an issue to get more detail on the table so that we can deal with it. Remember, objections are like headlines in a newspaper, and we need to get access to the full article explaining what the headline means. So, we must dig in for more detail. If we can't deal with the objection, then don't waste any more time. Get out of there and find the next potential client. When closing in Japan, do not use aggression, force of will, or tricky closing techniques. None of that will work. Use soft sell here. Expect they will need to think about it, so you are prepared to help them sell the idea internally. I hope you enjoyed today's show, and so please subscribe on YouTube. Share it with your family, friends, and colleagues. Become a regular. Hit the little bell icon to receive update notifications. Our website details are on screen now, www.dale-carnegie.cojp. It's packed with value, so certainly check it out. We try to offer as much value as possible, so you might also enjoy our other shows. In fact, we are releasing content 6 days a week. For podcasts, Mondays for the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, Tuesday for the Presentations Japan series, and every second Tuesday for the Business Tatsujin no Oshie Show, Wednesdays for the Sales Japan series, Thursdays for the Leadership Japan series, and every second Thursday for the Business Pro Podcast Show, Fridays for the Japan Business Mastery Show, and Saturdays for Japan's top business interviews. Now, you get these wherever you get your podcast. Also, every Monday we release the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. Every second Thursday we release the Business Pro Television Show, and every Friday the Japan Business Mastery Show. Saturdays, every Saturday we're releasing Japan's top business interviews. These are all on YouTube. We appreciate your support, and please let others know about it so they can benefit too. We want to make a contribution to helping people build their careers and businesses. And so please join with us in that endeavor. In episode number 252, we are talking about persuasive leadership. So, yoroshiku onegai itashimasu. Please join me for the next episode of the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. We are here to help you. We've only got one direction in mind for you and your business, and that is up.